I experienced an amazing burst of God's wisdom as a young parent. I can take no credit for it whatsoever. I realized that the potential that I have as a dad to disappoint my kids is extremely high. Now, for years, I'd seen others announcing to their kids roughly 6 months or more in advance that they were going to go on some fantastic outing or vacation. I'd also witnessed when, due to circumstances beyond their control, that planned vacation or that outing had to be postponed or canceled. And that's where the disappointment came in. Never mind the fact that the kids talked about nothing else for 6 months straight. Now, it's my nature personally to learn from my own bad mistakes, but I also have learned how to learn from other people's mistakes as well. So that's what I did. That explains the divine burst of wisdom. What we did at that point, when our kids were young, we came up with what we call the adventure. At the last possible minute, we tell our kids that we're going on an adventure. Over the years, the adventures have covered everything from a trip to the movies to a full week in Tennessee. It's also allowed us to shift gears if necessary without having our kids go, but you said we were going to go to, whatever your disappointment could possibly be. I'm grateful for that burst of wisdom that the Lord provided. And years later, our teens still look forward to having a chance to go on an adventure. Now, one of our more routine adventures was the local water park. It had everything that you could imagine, had slides, fountains, the works, and our kids were impressed. If I wasn't swimming with them, I was sitting on the sidelines, much like my dad had done when I was their age. As a dad, I could sit near the pool and watch, making sure that they stayed in the shallow end. Because every parent wants to make sure that their kids are safe. Every once in a while, they would start to wade into deeper waters, and I was able to walk over to the pool and either coach them back into safe territory, or I could jump in and help them back to the shallow end of the pool. Cut to today. In many ways, the world of social media is the new public pool. As parents, we want our kids to stay in the shallow end where we can see them. We want to have some control over their environment and be able to bring them back in if they swim out too far. The harsh reality is that social media makes that extremely difficult, if not impossible. In this pool, there's potential to be bullied. In this pool, there's also potential to be the bully. In the pool of social media, there's inappropriate content. And in that pool, there are creeps, there are predators, and all they require is access to the web. The good news for parents is that many of the rules that keep our kids safe when we go on adventures can also be applied to their social media habits. For example, stay in groups of friends. Make sure that your friends are looking out for you. Don't talk to strangers. Talk to your parents if you find that you're being bullied or being harassed online. And also they can set guidelines and boundaries before they get out into the pool. Now, my parents' advice when I was a kid, not that I've grown up, but I've grown up a little bit, was that if you find yourself at a friend's house and somebody offers you drugs, we want you to know that you can call us and we'll bring you home. Now, my biggest fear at the time was that they were going to be furious that I was even there. But they just wanted to know, as my parents, that I was safe. Now, when I became a parent of my own teens, I changed that advice. I changed that advice from if to when. For example, when you find yourself at a friend's house and someone offers you drugs, we want you to know that you can call us to get you out. See, as parents, we try to offer the same advice with social media. And by doing so, we have to try to be shockproof. With social media, we've moved from if to when. When you find yourself being bullied or attacked, we want you to know that you can tell us and we'll help you deal with it. When you are approached online by a stranger, we want you to know that you can let us know. When you find yourself getting caught up in surfing pornographic sites on your laptop, on your tablet, or your phone, you need to know that you can tell us and we're not going to blast you. It is so important for us as parents these days to become shockproof. As we guide our kids through their teen and their young adult years, we need to realize that the days of if are over. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Please be assured that you're not the only one.